What's going on, guys? So in front of me, you were looking at one drop-dead gorgeous pickup truck. This is the all-new 2023 Ram 2500 heavy-duty Rebel Series truck. 3/4 ton truck with a Rebel package. Very, very cool. This is the first time Ram has offered the Rebel package in a 3/4 ton truck. This specific truck has a lot of really cool features, a lot of things that have actually taken me by surprise. And probably one of the most important new features of this truck is actually a departure from the tried and true tested tow mirrors that everyone's been used to, that you have to manually flip up, to these really cool new, much more modern and effective tow mirrors. That's been the biggest gripe of a lot of people. Actually, it's probably kept people from even looking at the Ram brand for a while when it comes to heavy duty trucks. And I know they're just tow mirrors, but a lot of people really care about that. And the fact that they now offer this really cool, new, more modern tow mirror, I really think is going to be a game changer for this truck. Anyways, we're going to take a close look at this truck. We're going to look at the inside of it, the outside of it, and tell you everything about it. Hang tight. I'll be right back. So we're going to do things a little different today, and we're going to start under the hood of this truck, because a lot of people are thinking, does it come equipped with the Cummins? No, this specific truck comes equipped with the 6.4 liter HEMI V8. It produces 410 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This is a really convenient package for this truck because you don't have to pay the cost for diesel, but at the same time you're going to have a truck that's very powerful still, doesn't really lack any power, and it's going to give you a lot of off-road capability. And real quick, taking a look at the sticker inside of the door, this truck is going to have a cargo capacity of 2,940 pounds. So because this truck is equipped with the gas engine, it weighs less than the diesel. And that's why you're going to have such a high cargo capacity, 2,940 pounds, almost 3,000 pounds worth of cargo capacity out of a 3/4 ton truck. That is pretty awesome. Starting up front, kind of working our way back, you can see this does have LED headlights. It has a really cool little headlight pod right here, but then it has a projector style headlight assembly right here. And these are actually adaptive headlights. So they turn as you turn the steering wheel. So they illuminate around corners. This is something European cars have been doing for some time. Lexus has been doing it for some time, Nissan. A lot of companies have offered that, but Ram is the first one to bring that technology to a pickup truck. And it's actually pretty impressive because, again, it helps actually steer the headlight around corners whenever you're turning. It's especially useful in an off-road environment where roads may be really dark and you're coming up to a turn and you just want to be able to see around it a little bit more effectively. Nice LED fog light down here integrated into the bumper. It does have front parking sensors. You can see it has a really nice matte black front grille to it. Very aggressive, very off-road feeling, and again, very power wagon feeling. So very cool in that sense. You have a nice little hood scoop up front. The Ram 2500 badging on the side right there. Wheels on this are gorgeous. I love this look, and they didn't try to go for a beadlock looking wheel. They just went with a two-tone aluminum wheel, which looks really nice. Brakes are 14-inch rotors front and rear. Goodyear Wrangler tires. Has Bilstein shocks on it. Coil front and rear suspension, but coil suspension on the rear is standard on all 2500 Rams. Coming around, I love this two-tone effect that they've done here. Again, very power wagon type. Over here, we're going to look at the tow mirror real quick because this is probably the single biggest innovation you're going to see on this truck as a 2023 model. You have your large tow mirror on top, you have your spot mirror down here on the bottom, you have lighting all around, which is really cool. This specific truck does not have the 360-degree camera package though, which is kind of surprising to me. I thought it would. Coming around back here, again, you have a multi-link rear coil suspension, Bilstein shocks, fully boxed and E-coated frame. E-coating is the protection that they use on the frame to help prevent rust and other stuff from happening to it. Rear wheel and tire assembly. Coming back this way, all LED tail lights. Everything's LED back here, from your reverse light to your brake light to your tail light, parking light, everything. This does have parking sensors integrated at the bottom of the bumper, and you also have the flip out step. So this step enables you to climb into the bed of the truck much easier, and it's actually a very useful step. I think that this should be pretty much standard on most trucks because it's a very convenient way to climb up on the back if your tailgate is closed or open. It just works out real well. And Ram's been using that for a while on virtually all their trucks as an option. Coming around, you have your 2.5-inch receiver back here. Nice chain loop holds right there. 7-way connector, 4-way connector for your trailers. Nice large Ram badging on the back, Rebel badging as well as 4-wheel drive. Single exhaust coming off of this side. And the exhaust note on this is very, very pleasant. It's not very loud, it's muted. It's what you would expect from a higher end truck. You have your bed cover already in place, along with an electronic opening and slow opening tailgate. Already has the spray and bed liner. Also has the LED lighting to illuminate the bed as well as tie downs, and you have a side connection here for a 115 volt connection up to 400 watts. It's going to be great for charging things up, you know, powering a radio, powering a cooler, things like that. Very, very lightweight tailgate. Very easy to close. Coming around this way, again, that all new towing mirror, which I think is pretty dang awesome. I love the fact that they finally put that on this truck. Coming around to the front again, lots of LED lights. They've put accent lights and kind of clearance lights and scene lights all around this vehicle. You have clearance lights on top, you have accent lights right here, you have floodlights and spotlights that can turn on, there's lights on the front that can turn on and cast light in all sorts of different directions and angles, which can be really useful if you're taking this out hunting or camping, or you're going to be going out for some type of a hike, or you're just going to be touring a trail or going in an area that you're not used to going. There's all sorts of lighting that can turn on this truck to illuminate the outside of the truck just in a really cool way. And then the buttons are all right there on the actual armrest for the driver's side. It's just very, very convenient how they set this thing up. But I think this is an absolutely gorgeous truck. I mean, they've really, really outdone themselves in offering the Rebel as an option for a 2500 heavy-duty truck. But let's take a look at the inside of this truck real quick. Okay, so stepping inside, let's take a look at the door panel here to see what's going on. First of all, you have your memory seats. Really, really nice kind of dark trim going throughout this truck. You have your power folding mirror, so you can fold your mirrors in as well. Power windows, power door locks, lockout, plus all of that lighting I was telling you about. There's lighting features all over this truck to help illuminate the entire outside. They've done a great job with it. But again, all of the nice shiny tones mixed with more matted tones mixed with a really, really nice overall look. This truck has a great classy look and feel to it. Power seats, power lumbar support. Looking under here, you have your ability to turn on your cargo plug down here. This is that 115 volt outlet, 400 watts. All your headlight and dimmer controls. Okay, so we got the truck turned on now. You can see this is one large LCD display, and these little lights that are flashing, they're not actually flashing if you're not recording. They're on steadily, but they're LED accent lights that kind of make the outer edge of this thing glow, and it looks really, really nice. Over here you have your 12-inch Uconnect display. This is something they've had for a while now, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. I love the fact that they've retained all of your HVAC controls on the side. You still get a dedicated volume knob, mute knob, and you can actually turn the screen off with a button, which that comes in really handy if you're on a long drive, it's dark, and you just don't want to have this bright, bold screen in front of you all the time. So being able to turn the screen off is really nice. Because this is a Rebel, you're also going to have your off-road pages, and this is a feature that you see in a lot of their off-road inspired vehicles. You have steering angle, you have all these accessory gauges, pitch and roll if you're going to be going over different types of terrain where you want to be able to see what's going on. All of your AC vents are properly placed. You have your 4-wheel drive controls down here, as well as your 4-high, 4-low, 2-wheel drive, downhill assist, and your rear axle locker. This is going to be your shifters to shift from park, reverse, neutral, or drive. You have your trailer brake controller down here in a great convenient location. And your gain controls up here. You can turn off traction control, tow haul mode. These are your rear parking sensors and your front parking sensors. Plus you have your USB and USB-C connections down here. Spot to put your phone right here. This slides in and out, so you have this huge pocket area if you have, like for ladies, if they have a purse, they can put it in here. You also have a 400 watt 110 outlet or 115 outlet down there, and then you can slide this over if you want to access your cup holders or the large tray that's here. Plus you have a nice Rebel badging. Open this up, you have your center console, you have a USB connection right there, and then underneath that you have access to this large tray that's underneath this piece right here. It's basically this whole large storage area, and then you have a whole bunch of measurement conversions on the bottom side of this, which is actually pretty cool, and I'm sure on more than one occasion people have used that. Really, really nice leather appointed seats. Nice Rebel branding. Come up to the front here. I love how they've taken the time to make things slow opening and soft and smooth feeling like that. I mean, it doesn't just flip open like you see in some trucks. It actually is dampened, and it goes open nice and slow. Very nice. I love the fact that this truck doesn't have a sunroof. I mean, I know some people love sunroofs, so I'm sure it's optional, but for me, I like a truck that doesn't have a sunroof. You have all your light controls over here, your SOS button, your assist button. Then you have your rear view mirror. Looking in the back area, we have our child seat back here, and you have a good amount of space. So the one con per se of this truck is that you don't have quite the leg space that you would have in its competing brands from General Motors and Ford. There's a little bit less leg room, but the seats are insanely comfortable. So you have a seat that I would venture to say is arguably more comfortable, but you just don't have the space for your knees if you're going to be extra tall, and that's just something you want to keep in mind. Huge headrests. The headrests are definitely large, and they give you a lot of coverage for your head if you're going to be leaning back. Plus you got your drink holders here in the center. Very cool. What do you guys think about this truck? This is a cool package. It's a cool offering, and if you compare this to other vehicles that are, you know, kind of in the same price category, you tend to get a bit more. So let's talk about pricing. So the base price of this truck is going to be $68,840, and the actual tested price, this truck is $80,065. It definitely has a price tag that I know is high, and it's probably sticker shock for some folks, but it's certainly in line with what trucks are selling for nowadays, especially, you know, kind of these specialty trim equipped trucks that you are starting to see more manufacturers come out with. This specific one has a few selected options. It has the safety group, it has the bed utility group, plus a 17 speaker Harman Kardon sound system. So you're paying a little bit extra for those features on top of the truck. And a lot of people always want to know a little bit more information about the suspension. The front suspension is a 3-link with track bar. It's a coil sprung suspension with stabilizer bar on a solid axle. And the rear suspension is a 5-link with track bar, coil sprung stabilizer bar on a solid axle as well, with an option for airbags. So you can get the air suspension on the back of this truck if you want it. This specific truck is equipped with the 373 rear gear ratio, which is going to be a good towing ratio for a truck like this. It's going to definitely lean more towards towing versus fuel economy. So you'll take a little bit of hit, especially considering you have the 6.4 liter gas HEMI V8, and you pair that to the 373 axle. It's going to give you probably one of the higher towing capacities for this type of truck with this engine configuration in it. But that said, we'll have this truck for a while. I'm definitely interested to give you my my evaluation of this thing on the road. We've driven it around a bit already, and I can tell you it's a super cool truck to drive around. It does feel like a 3/4 ton though, so if you're looking at this versus like a 1/2 ton, the ride comfort is going to be far more in line with a 3/4 ton than it would be with a 1/2 ton pickup truck. But that's because it is a 3/4 ton truck. Anyways, guys, please let me know what your thoughts are. This is a cool truck. I'll have it for quite a while longer, and definitely interested in giving you some more feedback on what I think the driving dynamics are, the ride comfort, usability, and overall impressions. Anyways, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.